Hey guys, Zulu here from the Flow Zone. Today I wanted to talk about the concept of creating value and moving from a scarcity mindset to that of an abundance mindset. The phrase that always comes to mind when thinking of an abundance mindset is that life is for giving, not for getting. This is something I heard many, many years ago and it really resonated deeply with me. It was moving from a place of the world owes me something or that I had to look out for myself to a place of really dedicating my life to serving others and seeing how much value and benefit I can bring to other people's lives. And that phrase really sums it up. Life isn't about getting, life is about giving. And when you really start living that and you'll start noticing the benefits, the immediate benefits of doing so. I personally don't believe in this true altruism, like you do things just for the good of other people. I believe in that transaction of doing good for the world, doing good for the planet, doing good for animals, doing good for the other people, doing good for the universe at large. I believe in that transaction, in that interaction, when you're doing that, that you immediately receive benefit immediately, like within that. So it's sort of like a yin yang, when as soon as one thing creates a space, then that space gets filled up by the equal and opposite. And the benefit that you receive from giving when you start dedicating your life to giving is just so abundant. That is abundance in itself. So if you can start moving from that, if you can think about things that you have, sort of the experiences, the knowledge, your intellectual property, your experience of life has been different to every single person who's ever been on the planet before. So you have a unique take on life, you have unique knowledge, you have unique experiences which you can bring to the world and you have to offer, whether it's your talents, whether it's your expertise, whether it's your skill set, whatever it is, your mindsets. You have stuff that nobody else can give. So if you can start creating this each and every day and putting it out there in the world, this is the type of value that you can create, whether it's your time, your energy, like I said, your IP, any of that. If you can start putting it out there, then you can start becoming someone who is a value creator. And value in itself, it's externally based. You can't, if something's valuable for you, that's fine. But when we really see the magic in creating value, it is when other people benefit from whatever it is you have to offer. So if you're solving someone's problem, solving other people's challenges or obstacles, or making their life easier, making their life more enjoyable, more entertaining, all of these things are valuable to other people, and that's the measure of the value that you're giving. So there's, things you can do, just set yourself a challenge for the next 30 days. See if you can just put value out there and create as much value in the world as you can, and just see what happens. Just see the benefits that you're going to start receiving from doing so. If you're really refining that too, really not asking yourself, what do I like, but asking, what do others need, what do others want, what do others like, and then bringing your flavor to deliver that, then you'll start seeing yourself creating value, and you'll be reaping the benefits of doing so. And for the real sort of creation or cultivation of creating that value, it's even more than just creating things and putting it out there. I feel it's about really valuing yourself as a person, really valuing your time, your energy, and and that means that goes all the way down to what you're thinking, what your thoughts are, what you're visualizing, what you're talking about, what you're spending your time, energy, money, all of these things on. If you value yourself, then you will look after your health, for instance. That's probably where it starts, the first and foremost. If you're somebody who's not really looking after your health, or somebody who's, starts exercise regime and then falls off 2 weeks later and then starts again in another couple of weeks, or, goes X amount of time without putting toxins in your body, eating poor foods that aren't good for you, this sort of thing. eating sugar, overeating, all of these sorts of stuff, then you're not really saying to yourself, first and foremost, or to the universe that you really value yourself. So it's probably the first place to start is with your health, looking after your health, exercising, eating right, and moving your body. And then it's like your mind as well. What are you feeding your mind? Are you watching TV? Are you indulging in gossiping and complaining and blaming others about your situation? All of these sorts of negative sort of thinking. This again shows if you're indulging in that stuff that you don't really value what goes into your mind. And even more so than that, again, it's being a valuable person comes down to how much you then value other people's time and energy and attention and their opinion and all of these things. And that's how good is your reputation. If you start building a strong reputation as somebody who follows through on their word, somebody who's on time when they say they're going to be somewhere, you're there on time. You know, every time that you are late to something, or every time that you say you'll do something and then don't follow through with it, that diminishes your reputation in the eyes of others. But even worse, you're diminishing your own self-esteem and your own feeling of self-efficacy, which diminishing that, then again, your self-image and also your feeling of how much you value yourself, it will go down. But each time that you step up and do as you say, every time that you're on time, every time that you follow through and deliver on a promise, then your value will go up. And also the perception of you and your value will go up in the eyes of others, which is the important thing here. And how much we value ourselves and how much we do value ourselves, our time, you know, that sort of is intrinsically connected to our wealth, funnily enough. So how wealthy we feel, how rich we feel inside. Our own self-worth is very intrinsically related to how much we value ourselves. So we'll see that in our, you know, reflected in our bank accounts. People who have that high self-worth usually will see their bank account increasing as well. And not just the bank accounts, but that internal wealth, that richness that they feel, that glow that comes from them. So moving from that, you know, even all those things I mentioned regarding not valuing yourself, doing things you know you shouldn't do, that you know aren't right for you, aren't the right thing, that they diminish your worth. And I feel that those are on one side of the spectrum of that abundance and scarcity. So, you know, you have scarcity kind of thinking is turning up late, is not following through, whereas that abundance mindset is following through, knowing that the world is abundant, knowing that you have enough. And it's more than just knowing that, it's knowing that your reputation is important. It's knowing that your word is important. It's knowing that your own self-image and self-worth and your self-esteem is important enough that you do the things you say you do, and that you follow through on your word, that you don't engage, that you know that your time is valuable. All of these things are an abundance mindset type of thinking, and they will take you more towards where you want to go in life, and you'll reap the rewards of acting in line with that. So, yeah, I just wanted to put that out there, start, just sharing a little bit about that abundance mindset and that scarcity mindset, and a bit about sharing value in the world and creating value. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this concept, open up a conversation. What do you think about creating value and the difference between a scarcity mindset and an abundance mindset? And start moving towards that. So what are some ways, or what are some things that you can create in the world that are valuable, that are you creating value? So whether it's a blog post, whether it's you have you have this wealth of knowledge inside you that no one else has, how can you start bringing that to the world? Start asking yourself these types of questions. And I'm here looking at you guys and imagining that there is something that you can have to offer. Some people might, I've said that to people in the past, and they're like, oh, I have nothing to offer, I'm boring or whatever. And I'm like, surely there's something that you're either good at or that you're interested in, or even if there isn't, there's something that you can come up with, or you can see a hole in the market, or you can see that people are needing something, that you can spot something, and how can you deliver and help people out with that? So till next time, thanks for tuning in. I'd love to see your comments down below, and I'll see you soon. Many blessings.